Kimberly here. I thought that maybe we would just do a little song today. Um, it's Sometimes it's hard, I think, for some of us. I know certainly for myself to feel connected to others at this time. I am struggling, as many of as much as many of you are as well, with this whole idea of trying to be church together and trying to be God's people together. And I know people in 12-step programs that some of them are struggling too with this idea of how to get the support that they need for their recoveries, and people with mental illness trying to get support that they need for their recoveries, and people seeing their therapists if they have the opportunity to see their therapist on a screen, and others who maybe feel completely forgotten. Maybe they don't have access to the internet or even a telephone. I wonder how they're feeling right now. Well, we've been in church on Sundays. We've been talking a lot about the gospel according to John, and one of the theologians and homileticians, if you will, the people who write about preaching, one of them that I've been following, her name is Reverend Dr. Caroline Lewis, and she's with Luther Seminary. And she's just opened up my eyes to the book of John and its application to today, really, to what we're going through, this weird way of living. And she emphasizes that the Gospel of John is pretty much summarized in the word abide. This idea that wherever we are, God is still with us. And whether it's in our homes, whether it's out at our jobs, whether it's on the streets, whether we are suffering in silence, whether we are suffering screaming as loud as we possibly can, and having the sense that nobody is hearing us as we scream, that God is still there and that Jesus is still present with us. The hymn "Abide with Me," I feel it's one of my favorite. And I know I'm a 50-something person, and so maybe I'm just too old to not love this hymn. But I think about this word "abide," and I think about how it is that Christ promises the disciples and us that he will always be with us, that Christ will always be with us, and will abide with us, and we will abide in Christ. And that's this relationship with the divine that for me as a Christian, I'll hang on for 1 second because I have people coming in. You guys, I'm making a video, so please. We've got the family coming in the house now from a walk with the dog, but they'll be good. They're good people. You guys notice that you've been around family more, and maybe you're finding that you're getting to know them a little bit better, and in ways that maybe you never thought you were going to before. And I found it quite delightful that my niece and my husband and my dog, I am getting to know them and spending a lot more time with them. So back to this abide business, that to have this relationship, it really does require community, because we're called to be Christ to one another. And so we are called to those places where maybe someone is suffering in silence. We're called to be Christ to that person. And we're also called to those places where someone is screaming loudly out of their suffering and no one is listening. We're called to those places as well. It's good to see you guys here. Good to see you. We have Eli, Heather, and Linda, and Sherry. Good to see you all. So when I think of this hymn, "Abide with Me," I think of it as a prayer. And also I think of it as a call to action for those of us listening. Maybe that we can hear this prayer and we can be Christ for one another. So I'm just going to play it. The lyrics to the first verse go like this. "Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens, God with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. So this is a meditation. I haven't worked this out. So maybe you might meditate with me and hum along or sing along in any way you feel comfortable doing that. Blessings to each one of you, my friends. And American Baptist Church is open. We have services on Sundays at 10:30 a.m. on Zoom and 7:05-ish p.m. on Facebook Live. And we have activities on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, Thursday Bible study at 2, and a group topic discussion devotional group at 7:05 on Thursdays. So bless you all. Mwah. Much love to each of you. Bye-bye.